It's the Joseph Bristol Show.
Welcome to another episode of the Joseph Bristol Show. All right, so in today's episode, we just gonna jump directly into it. I know I've been away for a while, and I'm still working on everything. Everything is still coming together. I'm still going to school. I'm trying to get that done. I'm working on Human Nature, the Heartbreak War, like I said, and I'm gonna re-drop Seven Sons again. That's coming. I'm gonna drop that again pretty soon. Like, I want to rework the cover. Remember we talked about this in older videos, but whatever. So that'll be coming soon. But right now, this episode, I want to talk about cryptocurrency. That's what we got to get into, right? Because there's a lot of things have been happening with investing, as far as the GameStop stock and the GameStop stock. So my words today, and of course, you know, they had the Dogecoin jump, and then XRP jumped, and then it dropped. So the market is up and down right now. So, you know, I was thinking about actually making some videos or making segments of the episode where I talk about stocks that I think we should buy or take a look at, or just think about buying based on the information that I have, right? So, but as far as cryptocurrency is concerned, this is what I want to talk about. I want to speak on more so its value. Like, how is cryptocurrency valued? Why you should buy some cryptocurrency? And when you buy it, you're buying it to sit on it. You're going to sit on it until it becomes a official, actual thing. You know what I mean? A part of, integrated into our society, woven into our society. So I just want to talk about those things, a couple of those things, just so you can have a better understanding. A lot of people reached out to me asking me about buying some Bitcoin, and how do they know when it's time to buy, and what price is a good price to get in, and things like that. So a couple important little things to know about cryptocurrency. First off is cryptocurrency has no intrinsic value. So in the sense that the dollar bill is weighted, originally it was weighted against a gold bar. So gold is how we determine the value of the dollar bill around the world. And you know, there's a lot of people who say it's no longer weighted against the gold bar. Some people believe that it's weighted against our military might all around the world. So how we have basically a stronghold on the planet as far as the military is concerned. We can technically strike any country anywhere at any time. Cryptocurrency in and of itself has no intrinsic value. There's nothing weighted behind it to say this is money, unless you're talking about a stable coin, which is why it's called a stable coin, because it has a weighted value. So Bitcoin has no real weighted value. So some people may be thinking, well, all that money that people are putting into buying it, isn't that going somewhere? Isn't that going into some kind of centralized bank that holds all the money that Bitcoin is worth as it builds up? No. When you buy and sell Bitcoin, that money is directly transferred to the seller and taken from the buyer. You see what I'm saying? So that you're just buying exchanges. When you buy cryptocurrency on the exchange, like let's say you get on I use Coinbase. Let's say you're on Coinbase, or you could use Trezor. There's other platforms. So you use Coinbase, and you buy a share of Bitcoin, right? Let's say it's $9,000, and you buy one share, right? You own one coin. So what happened was Coinbase owns a certain amount of Bitcoin, and the amount that they own, they're letting you buy that from them. And basically, essentially, what they are doing. Well, not them. Robinhood does that. I'm sorry, not Coinbase. Because you don't own the cryptocurrency on Robinhood. They actually own it. But on Coinbase, you actually own the cryptocurrency. So they're not going to take your money. But something to know about Bitcoin. There are actually only 21 million pieces of Bitcoin in existence, and already roughly 18.9 million have been mined already. So Bitcoin is running out, and as it runs out, its value is going to be based on, you know, the last few. Once all the coins have been mined, that means every coin in existence will be owned by someone who is then selling it or buying it or whatever. That's why if it becomes a currency, it's not a currency that is a forever currency. It's a currency that's literally limited. So there's not like an infinite amount of Bitcoins. There's a set amount, and once that amount is reached, you can't make more Bitcoin. That's not how Bitcoin works. You know what I mean? But the thing to keep, why this is important, why we're gonna buy the Bitcoin or buy cryptocurrency, not specifically Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency, because I like Stellar Lumen, I like XRP, I like Orchid, I like, you know, a couple other coins. I buy different amounts of coins. So the reason why though this Bitcoin, we're gonna buy it and sit on it, any type of cryptocurrency, is because once the government regulates cryptocurrency, so once the government steps in and they decide, okay, we're going to tax cryptocurrency, you have to pay this much for having this many holdings, this much for that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Once they create the rules on this stuff, now we can say, okay, this is a real thing. So there are certain parts in the country where you can use Bitcoin to buy things. There's McDonald's, there are gas stations where you can buy Bitcoin, sell Bitcoin, use that Bitcoin to buy products in the gas station. I've seen the machines. There are places where you can buy, websites where you can use Bitcoin to buy things. So it's becoming a thing, which is why, like I said, you want to jump in. And remember, there's a limited amount. So whatever people are willing to pay for the coin is the coin's value. And with Bitcoin having a limited amount, it's going to have a high value, because you have these big name corporations that are buying it, huge millionaires that are buying it. So its value is going to always be up there. The rich people are buying. So the thing to remember about cryptocurrency is its actual value is in its blockchain. The blockchain is what makes the cryptocurrency actual value, you know, like worth something. So XRP Ripple is the name of the company. They have they're working with banks to make XRP the system that's used to transition money throughout the world in like seconds. You can just turn any money into anything at any time. It's all its value is already worked out. That's what XRP is supposed to do. That's what its blockchain, Ripple's blockchain, is supposed to do. So with that being said, that's its value. That's why it's actually worth something. So a cryptocurrency like Dogecoin isn't really going to be worth anything because it was made as a joke. So it has no real value. There's no money behind it. It's not a stable coin. It's not, its blockchain isn't being used to, you know, I don't know, the blockchain isn't being used to do anything useful. But something like Ripple, something like Stellar Lumen, something like Orchid, where these Orchid is a VPN, by the way. It's a virtual network, virtual protective network that uses a blockchain to protect, to do virtual protection. But I like these coins, and these coins have actual uses, which is what gives them their value. That's essentially what I'm saying, is that cryptocurrencies have no real value. That's why we're going to buy them. We're going to sit on them. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. So this is just another thing to add into your portfolio of, you know, buying and investing. You know, I believe that everybody should invest their money, because this is how the rich get richer. They make their money work for them. They put their money to work. Even if you put $100 in there and you leave it for 2 weeks and your $100 turns into $101, that is wonderful. Your $100 made you $1. It worked for you. If you would have left it in a bank account, it wouldn't have made anything. If you would have left it under your mattress, cash, it wouldn't have made you anything. The fact that you put it in an investment account, bought an investment, and your investment grew, that is what made your money make you money. So I encourage everybody to invest. I encourage everybody to continue to watch the news, watch how the government is getting ready to regulate these trading companies like Robinhood and Ameritrade and all of them. They're going to regulate all of them. They're going to set up rules to stop them from ever being able to do something like what they did to those boys on GameStop. And the way that works, right, so people ask me about that too, what happened with this whole GameStop thing. Basically, the way that works is when you get enough people to buy a certain stock, its price is going to shoot up, because remember, it's supply and demand. If people say they'll pay $10 for this thing, then guess what? It's going to sell for $10. And as soon as someone else says, well, I'll give you 11 if you give it to me, then it's now sold for 11, and so on and so forth. So the way that you pump up a stock is you got to get enough people to buy into the stock. Once they start flooding the market, buying up this stock, like I said, supply and demand, the price goes up, it shoots sky high. Once it shoots sky high, they jump out of it. They say, okay, now it's time to sell because it's sky high. They start selling, the price starts dropping once you get enough people to do that. So the Reddit boys, their group is so large, they have such an impact that they decided that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna buy these stocks, pump up the prices, and that way the hedge funds lose, because the hedge funds, they buy the stock at a lower price because they bet against it. It's a whole long thing. There's videos on YouTube about it. But essentially, that's what happened. The guys got together, they decide they're gonna buy the one thing, it shot up the price, and then Robinhood has to borrow the money to buy the stock that you're saying that you want. Because when you buy stock, that money isn't instantly available for Robinhood to spend. So they have a certain limit that they have of protective money. So if something happens, they have to be able to have that money on hand. And when everybody started buying up the stock, they didn't have the money, so they had to borrow, or they had to shut it down so that they wouldn't have to borrow. That's basically what happened. But the real lesson to get from this is, one, watch the government to see how they're about to regulate these people, because it's very important that we participate in the political process, ensuring that our government protects us from corporations and, of course, from other people who want to harm us. But the other thing to get out of this is that there's power in unity in the people. If we all come together and decide that we're going to work together to do something, you see what can happen. You could literally change the market, change the system, just like that. But the third thing to remember out of this is we want to buy the cryptocurrency and sit on it. You're not buying it, you're not going to get rich overnight. Maybe you will, but it's very unlikely you're going to get rich overnight. So you're buying it to sit on it. You want to sit on it for at least a couple of weeks, couple of months. I suggest a couple of years. If you could do years, that's great. If you can't do years, that's fine. Do a couple months, do a couple weeks. Actually, I like Coinbase, because if you put your cash in there, it's USD. It's like USD coin. If you put your cash into Coinbase, they give you 15% a month on your money. So $100 in that account every single month. By the end of the year, you would have 115 cents. And that seems like it's not a lot, it's very little bit, but your $100 made you 15 cents. You would have left it in a regular checking or savings, you probably would have got a penny, maybe 2 pennies, but at least your 100 made you 15 cents. So that's just something to think about. That being said, I want to thank you for watching another episode of the Joseph Bristol Show, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If so, leave a comment below so we could talk about these various ideas that I am aggressively spreading through my videos. So we will talk more another time. Thanks for watching another episode. Yo, y'all stay safe, man. Wear your mask, stay safe, and stay blessed. For real, man. Be careful out here. Times are changing, the world is changing. We all have to participate. We all have to try to make it a better planet.
Leave a comment below.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Make sure you like and subscribe.